Good afternoon. I'm Dan DeRose, and welcome to From Someone Who Knows. This is a weekly show that we do here on our digital platforms where we get to take a deeper dive, show you more than what we can show on Channel 19. We've got some time restraints when you watch the news on Channel 19, but here we can show you full clips, full interviews, which is what we will do today. It seems like right out of a movie, but unfortunately it cost a man his life. It was very real in Elyria, Lorraine, and North Olmsted yesterday. It started with the armed robbery of a Brinks bank truck out front of the AT&T store on West River Road in Elyria. The man who robbed that driver took an undisclosed amount of money, got into another car, and took off. It was a short time later in Lorraine that vehicle was spotted, and that started the chase. Along with Elyria, Lorraine, and the Ohio State Highway Patrol, that chase ended up in a North Olmsted apartment complex off of Clareshire Drive. The suspect then gets out of his car and ends up taking hostages. A mom and her 4 children had just come home from the grocery store. They are trying to get the groceries from the car into the apartment. That's when the suspect sees his opportunity. He grabs the mother, shoves her into her apartment. Inside the apartment were 2 very small children. You're going to see this video. There are 2 other children on the outside of the apartment as this all unfolds. Fortunately, an Elyria police officer pulled up just as the man closed the door and took the woman into the apartment, so they knew where to look. They run up, they kick in the door, and shots are fired. Ultimately, John Johnson, 37 years old, of Lorraine, was killed. Did not survive the some 15 shots that were fired by officers. So unlike what we show you on Channel 19, you're going to watch the entire doorbell camera. It's only about a minute long. And then you'll hear from 2 eyewitnesses that were there in the apartment complex. One woman said she was in her kitchen and watched the whole thing unfold out of her window. But first, let's start with the actual end of this scenario where the man who had just held up a Brinks truck takes a hostage, a mother and her 2 small children inside and 2 children outside. Take a look.
ما ندوش أمير ضلك عند الدوش شوي ماما ضلك عند الدوش بجيب الشوكولاتة أنا بجيب إيش شوكولاتة قلت لا تخليه يجي عند الباب Go. Go. One house.
An absolute terrifying situation for that mother and her small children. You heard the number of shots. We'll play that video for you one more time now that you're oriented in what you're looking for. That suspect running up, you'll be able to see the gun in his hand. He actually switches hands, and I believe, if I've seen the gun correctly, he even has an extended magazine, which means more bullets when he takes that mother into her apartment. And you think about the what if that officer hadn't have been so close behind. If they didn't know which door he went in, now he's enclosed inside that apartment with a mother and her 2 small children, and you have the 2 children outside. So let's go ahead and show it to you one more time now that you know what you're looking for. And just the sirens. You can hear the sirens from the very beginning of this clip as this family is just trying to get their groceries inside their home.
بجيب الشوكولاتة أنا بجيب إيش شوكولاتة قلت لا تخليه يجي عند الباب Go. Go. One house.
Just incredibly frantic moments there. And as I said, we have interviews with two witnesses. One woman who saw this all unfold from her kitchen window. You're going to hear from those. You're going to hear those witnesses on the other side of the break.
من الدوش أمير ضلك عند الدوش شوي ماما ضلك عند الدوش بجيب الشوكولاتة أنا بجيب إيه الشوكولاتة قلت له خليجي أنت
Go, one house.
And welcome back to From Someone Who Knows. We've been covering the shooting, the armed robbery of a Brinks bank truck yesterday in Elyria that led to a high-speed chase, speeds of over 100 miles an hour, and then the hostage taking of a mother and her two children inside. Her two other small children were locked outside before police kick in the door, shoot and kill 37-year-old John Johnson. He was from Lorain. Now we're going to hear from the witnesses. One woman saw this all unfold from her kitchen window. Take a listen.
Well, as I was washing my dishes, I heard sirens and they got closer and closer, and I'm like, sounded like it was at the back of my door. So I looked out my curtain and saw the mother and the daughter and her kids running out, and the cops going in with the dogs and the guns, and then I hear the gunshots and all the cops just gathering around and blocking everything off with the caution strips, and it was unbelievable. It was kind of scary. It was a lot going on at one time. I'm really glad that nobody was hurt, the mother and kids, so that was a blessing.
Kind of scary?
Yeah, it was scary. Yeah, you see all these. I mean, they had all these guns and the dogs, and then, the shooting, and what was going on. So.
What did you think?
A lot was going through my mind. It was like, was it a robbery? Did they know him? I didn't know what to expect. And then I started seeing all these cops, and then when I saw the shooting, I'm like, something's going on. Something's not right. So.
And then I guess you said you had a front row seat. You saw the whole
I
thing.
did, and my son saw it even better because he's upstairs. So he was like, "Mom, did you see this? Mom, did?" And I'm like, I hated that I didn't have a ring, one of those ring things. I really would have got the whole thing, but I think they have a ring, and they were able to get some footage too.
Yeah.
So.
And then, do you know the woman?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I don't know if it makes it better or worse.
Right.
I mean, it's scary though. And
Yeah.
how old are kids? Are young, right?
Yeah.
All girls or?
I don't know.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
you. I got. What's your is Sharon? What's your last name?
Johnstone.
John Stone with the T-O-N-E.
O-N-E. Yeah.
J-O-H-N.
Like Flintstone, Johnstone.
I know. I got you. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it happened quickly?
Very quickly, yeah. Because as soon as I opened the curtain, she was running out, the cops were going in, and then a whole bunch of cops came. So, yeah, it happened real quick. They did their job. That's all.
Happens every day here, right?
Definitely. No, not every day. I hope not. Hope this is the last.
Again, from someone who knows, literally, she watched all of this unfold as John Johnson, according to police, the 37-year-old man who ran into her neighbor's apartment and would be shot and killed by police in what played out to be a hostage situation, and really kind of clarifying it's probably splitting hairs, but there were the mother and the two small children inside. The other two small children were shut outside, so whether it was 4 or 2 hostages, 3 hostages inside, 2 outside. You're really just splitting hairs at that point. We're going to listen to yet another neighbor who witnessed this whole thing go down, and just to be in that situation, to see this, to hear this run through your neighborhood, and then the shots fired, as we just heard. Yeah, scary, not kind of scary, but scary, according to that first witness. Take a listen now to yet another interview from out there today.
Well, I was sitting in my dining room, and I heard sirens go by, and I figured it was something with the freeway because there's accidents here and stuff like that, and paid no attention. Then I heard the second wave of sirens. I thought, okay, well, someone's having a good time somewhere, you know. But then I paid no attention, and I heard the third wave. I was like, okay, something's going on here. And then I go and I look down to the front window, and I see they're going down my street. I go, okay. And then I open the back door, and I see there's a whole bunch of cops right here. And I really didn't hear anything. I didn't really see anything. It happened so fast, I didn't even hear if there was any screams or anything. I mean, and I saw a doorbell cam in which it happened so fast that, you know, you really had no time to react to it. So, yeah, it was just a pretty crazy night.
What time was this?
3:30ish, somewhere around there.
3:30ish. Okay.
Yeah, because I get home at 3, and then, you know, do my thing, and then about 3:30, I just sat down to relax when this all happened. And, you know, it all happened, and I didn't get to relax very much.
How disturbing is this?
It bothers me because, you know, I mean, well, nothing you can really do about it because you're so close to the freeway, and if you're going to run, they always go to the freeway, and that's the worst place you can go. But, yeah, there's some issues with some places around here, but nothing like that. It generally is a safe neighborhood, a safe city. Yeah, it's just we've had some crazy things going here the last couple of years. It's just, and nobody's from here. That's what's crazy about this city is everything going on here, and nobody's from here.
Last question. You popped your head out the door at some point. What'd you see?
A whole bunch of cops, a whole bunch of flashing lights, and a little bit of screaming. I couldn't make out what was what, but yeah, I just saw a whole bunch of cops.
So 2 accounts from neighbors who watched the end of what would be a real-life horrific movie. A man who held up a Brinks bank truck outside of an AT&T store in Elyria, then thinks he can get away, and when he doesn't, turns into a 100-mile-per-hour high-speed chase, ends up with him taking hostages and police shooting and killing 37-year-old John Johnson of Lorain. That's going to wrap it up for From Someone Who Knows. We do this every week because we can take a deeper dive into a topic like this, where if you were watching the story on Channel 19, you're going to get 2-3 minutes worth of the story. Here we've given you at least 15 minutes deeper dive into it. You can scan that QR code there and take you to past episodes. Every week it's something different. It is generally always our #1 talked about story for the week, to where you get to see more. That is why we do it, because you get to hear from someone who knows. In this case, from 2 neighbors who now know just how dangerously close this situation was to where they live. If we have any other breaking news, it'll be here on our digital platforms. Our 3.5 hours of news and first alert weather are coming up at 3 o'clock. At about 2:15, we'll have Cuyahoga's Most Wanted, 3 more fugitives that are on the run here in Cuyahoga County. But that's going to wrap it up. Until I see you at 2:30, I'm Dan DeRose, and this has been From Someone Who Knows.